I posted my first video here on YouTube about a year and a half ago. 6 weeks after posting that video, I got my first brand deal, and 4 weeks after that, my channel was officially monetized via YouTube AdSense. And I didn't follow a singular piece of traditional YouTube growth advice. But the reason my channel grew so fast was because I never started it with the goal of becoming a YouTuber. I actually started this channel with a completely different goal in mind, and YouTube was really just the medium through which I could accomplish that goal. And if you're watching this video and your goal is to become a YouTuber, and it's something that you want to do full time, something you want to monetize, something you want to be your career, I want you to take a step back and reframe the way that you think about YouTube as a platform. Because being a YouTuber is not a career. YouTube is just a platform that you can use to create your own career. And when I say career, I don't even mean like a job in the traditional sense. Because to me, the most appealing and freeing thing about being a YouTuber is that you can turn your life's work into your day's work. I actually left my full-time job before I even posted my very first YouTube video. And since then, I've diversified my different income streams, and I've been able to make real measurable progress toward financial freedom, which was part of the goal of starting this YouTube channel. And again, it's only been about a year and a half since I started posting here. And actually, this is the first video that I'm filming after hitting 100,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So in order for me to really explain what I mean by using YouTube to create a career rather than thinking of starting a YouTube channel as a career, I want to take a step back and kind of tell you about my story and why I started this channel. I'm almost certain that the reasons that you have for wanting to start your YouTube channel are probably the same reasons that I have, including that I want more autonomy over my time, I want to achieve financial freedom, and I want to love the work that I do. And my goal with this video is to help you move the needle so you can get one step closer to accomplishing all of that. But first, we need to figure out what it is you actually want. So I'll share with you how this worked for me, and then I'll walk you through how you can actually take these lessons that I've learned and that I'm sharing with you and apply them to your own life so you can move ahead to the next chapter of your story, which is becoming a full-time content creator. So I'm sure you can relate to this, but for me, growing up as a kid, people would always ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And of course, I didn't really have one answer. There was a bunch of stuff that I was interested in and a bunch of things that I wanted to do and to be. I wanted to be a teacher, I wanted to be a scientist, I wanted to be an artist, an author, I wanted to be a mother. There were so many different things that I wanted to experience and accomplish when I got older. And of course, just like most of us, I eventually learned that when people were asking that question, they were really asking what I wanted to do for work. And surface level, that's a really harmless, sweet question, but the way that it's framed, it essentially trains all of us psychologically to equate our identities with whatever job we're training to eventually do. And not only that, but it trains us to focus on one thing and dedicate our entire lives to preparing ourselves for a particular type of labor. Now, since you're interested in being a content creator and a YouTuber, I'm sure that that leaves a really sour taste in your mouth, and that's probably a large part of the reason why you're pursuing this career. So for me personally, of all the different dreams that I had when I was a kid, one thing that I kept coming back to was being a teacher. My teachers growing up had a huge impact on me and played a huge role in the quality of my childhood. I went to a really small school on the north shore of Oahu, Hawaii, and my mom was a single mom in the Army and she deployed a lot. And because she wasn't physically present, growing up, I felt super isolated. So for me, school was the only consistent place that ever felt like home to me. And because the teachers that I had really made such a huge impact on my life, they really ultimately inspired me to become a teacher myself. So that's exactly what I did. I went to college, I majored in English, and a few months after graduating from college, I ended up getting a job as a teacher at this amazing school. I could go on and on about the school all day. The school was incredibly supportive of me as a teacher and of the students, and down to every single detail, this really was my dream job. But as amazing as my job itself was, what wasn't amazing was the pay. And if you're from America or you know anything about it, teachers in America do not get paid enough. So in order to make ends meet, I, like most other teachers, had to pick up a side hustle. So I started an Etsy shop where I sold digital downloads, and I actually ended up finding a lot of success with the shop. So much so that after a few months, the shop was covering my rent, and I was able to use my teaching salary to cover the rest of my living expenses and to start to pay off my debt. But the problem was that I was spending so much of my time actually at my job and also working and grading papers outside of my job. And I started to realize that this hustle that I was doing wasn't going to be temporary. And that's because of the career path that I chose. As a teacher, there was no way that I was going to be able to achieve financial freedom, buy a house, become a mother, and also actually have the physical time to do all the things that I want to do. So at the same time that I was having this devastating realization that I was essentially going to have to choose between my dream job and my dream life, I also had this involuntary shift about the way that I was thinking about money, because I had essentially accidentally started a business. The whole time I was teaching, I was side hustling with this Etsy shop where I was selling digital downloads, and I learned a bunch of different skills from that, but the most powerful thing that I learned was the concept that money actually represents value, and that I didn't have to actually actually trade my time for money. Instead, I could create value in other ways and trade that for money. I started thinking about all the different things that I could do to add value to the world. And I realized that if I stepped out of the traditional system of like a 9-to-5 job, that I would essentially be able to spend all of my time creating value and doing the things that I love. And that if they were genuinely inherently helpful, then I could theoretically generate passive income from all of the different types of work that I do. Now, this sounded like a super optimistic and idealistic concept, but the reality is that I had rent to pay. And I really had no way of knowing if this would actually work out in real life. So I decided to put it to the test. That's when I posted my first video here on this YouTube channel. Not because I wanted to be a YouTuber, but because I wanted to be a teacher. My goal wasn't to grow a following or like to get fans or to be entertaining in any way. I wanted to add value to the world and do what I feel like is my life's work, which is teaching. And YouTube is just a platform that I can use to actually do that work and share that value with the world. So I didn't approach growing this channel like a traditional new YouTuber might. I didn't do any hacks to gain subscribers or use clickbait to try to get more views on my videos. I make each and every one of the videos that I have with the goal of providing value and helping you accomplish a specific goal. And you might be thinking, great, that's great for you. You have a lot to teach, but I don't have anything to teach. But you do. I'm not an expert at all this stuff. I don't have everything figured out, whether it's for my Etsy shop or my YouTube channel or my own journey to achieving financial freedom. Everything that I'm learning and every skill that I'm picking up along the way is something that I'm figuring out as I go. I don't approach teaching like I'm the expert who knows everything and you're the student who's just here to learn. That would not only make me inauthentic, but also unrelatable. And I think so many new content creators feel this pressure to be perfect or to have everything figured out, whether it's with their actual content creation process or in reference to whatever topic or niche that they're talking about on their channel. But you don't have to have everything figured out. That is what makes it powerful. That's what makes it relatable. When I'm talking to this camera, I'm not sitting in front of it and performing or putting on a show or saying these lines. I'm talking to you. You and I have real things in common. And that's why we're able to connect with each other. And I've been able to grow this amazing community of real human people, over 100,000 different subscribers. And each and every single one of you are on a different version of the same journey that I'm on. Whether you're working toward financial freedom or you're interested in content creation, or you specifically just want to learn about Etsy or personal finance or investing or whatever it is, we all have the same core reasons why we're doing what we're doing. And it's because we want the autonomy and the time and the money and the resources to be able to do our life's work and to have the privilege to align the things that we do with what we feel our purpose is. And so approaching this YouTube channel as a channel to connect with you, rather than approaching it as me building a YouTube channel and becoming a content creator, that is why my channel grew so quickly. And if you want your channel to grow quickly and you want to become a YouTuber and you want to monetize your content, that approach is what's going to make it possible for you to achieve what you're working toward. If you want to turn YouTube into your career, you need to drop the idea of picking a niche or building a brand or posting for the algorithm, because none of that strategic stuff is actually going to work until you can figure out how you can actually use YouTube as a way to do your life's work. And you might be thinking, wait, I was already struggling trying to pick a niche, and now you're telling me that I have to determine my life's purpose before I can actually make a YouTube channel? And no, that's not what I'm saying. You do not have to pick one thing to do and do that forever. I talk about a bunch of different things on my channel. We are all constantly evolving and changing. Tomorrow, I'll be in a different place on my journey than I'm currently in today. And a year from now, I'll have a completely different perspective. And the details of the things that I'm doing and that I'm trying and that I'm sharing and documenting here on YouTube, those things are going to change. Some skills and interests and passions might stick with me for my whole life, and some of them are just things that come and go. And that's fine. You don't have to pick one niche. You don't have to figure out one purpose that you have, and you don't have to pick one interest to talk about. You're not a performer. You are a human being. Whatever excites you, whatever makes you fulfilled right now in this moment, that's what you should do. That's what you should talk about on your channel. We are all constantly growing and changing, and it's super unrealistic to think that the way that you add value to this world isn't going to change and grow as well. That's why so many people feel stuck in their careers, even though they've worked so hard to get there. But YouTube is a place where you can actually explore. And I don't feel like my entire purpose in life is to teach people how to start an Etsy shop or teach people how to make a Canva template or teach you how to grow your YouTube channel. But each of the little and big ways that I can help you and can make an impact, all of those things contribute to my purpose. And maybe you also want to teach a specific topic or skill. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you want to entertain people and make them laugh, or you want to share art that starts a conversation, or share other people's stories through journalism. Or maybe you want to talk about your journey as a parent or someone navigating life with some sort of illness. And you want to build a community of different people who can support each other through that shared journey. The possibilities are truly endless when it comes to what you can do. So instead of thinking another moment about what you want your niche to be, I want you to think about what you want to do here on YouTube. And you don't have to think about it long. You don't have to think about it too hard, because you know that you already know what it is you want to do. And maybe there's multiple things. Maybe you have multiple interests. That's totally fine. In fact, whatever it is that you want to do, however you want to show up or add value or connect with people here on YouTube, whatever you think your purpose is and your life's work is, I want you to comment it down below. Again, don't think about it too hard. Whatever the first thing or first 3 things that come to mind are, drop it in the comment section below. I want you to share that with me. You're allowed to change your mind in the future if you want to, but I want to hear your knee-jerk reaction. And while you're down there, look through the other comments as well and see if there's any other aspiring or new or even established creators whose mission and purpose also aligns with yours. That's not competition. That is your community. I'm going to be looking through the comments so that way I can check out some of your guys' channels, and hopefully this video can inspire you to make your own video talking about exactly where you are in your content creation journey. Even if that's your very first video, I want to find new creators to connect with and to learn from, because truly, no matter what niche you're in, we're kind of all coworkers. So tell me a little bit about yourself and what your goal is with your channel, both how you want to help others and also what you're hoping to accomplish with your channel. Now, once you've got that down, if you need help with the actual strategic side of things, so making a title, thumbnail, or even planning your content, I'm going to drop a video of mine in the description box below this one. In that video, I actually share a screen recording and walk you through my entire process for planning my content. It's really easy. YouTube makes it super simple, and it doesn't require any external tools or anything like that. So you can definitely check that video out if you need help with your content performance. And don't forget to subscribe so that way we can stay connected and so you don't miss my future videos. If there's anything at all that you feel unsure about or that you need help with as you grow your channel, you know where to find me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I cannot wait to see what you create. I'll see you in the next one.